Okay, recap of the session. I took 5 trades today. The session ended up at plus 1.3% in profit. Here's the first trade I took at the second hour of London. This 5-minute candle forms a resistance here. The next one starts pushing down. Price had already broken through the first hour of London lows and it reacted to it. It was showing me that it wanted to re-break them. My entry was on the 1 minute when it formed this little consolidation here. I entered a short right there. Stop loss was above here. I was targeting somewhere around between these two green lines, which was a higher time frame reversal point. I mismanaged the trade. It didn't close back into this consolidation and I closed half by mistake. I didn't write it correctly. Then added on, made a mistake again and got stopped out at break even. That's trade 1. Then I shorted these lows and this was a bad trade because here on the 5 minutes price is showing that it does not want to go lower. You have this 5-minute candle that it does go to the highs and closes on the lows, but price is showing that right now it doesn't really want to go lower before higher prices. I then took a buy because this was an invalidation of my setup and it was the validation of a buy setup, which is a support 5-minute candle, breaks the highs. There's a small consolidation on the 1 minute. It started pushing higher and then again as it closed back again into this range, I closed half. I had already moved my stop loss a little bit and got stopped out on that trade. At this point I said, okay, if price does not go lower than this, I will really look for buys and for the reversal right here at this higher time frame support zone, and that's what happened. A few minutes later, another consolidation forms on the 1 minute. Price breaks the highs. It was at this candle. I entered another 0.50%. I was at that point at minus 67, not 67, minus 0.67% in drawdown. I still executed the buys because the setup presented. Price here did close below, but this was the 15-minute lower wick. And I said, okay, the 15-minute had already printed a bullish engulfing candle at the support. I said, okay, I will not close my trade there because it was the next 15 minutes candle down wick. And I said, okay, if this is the down wick, I really don't want price to push lower than this green line. And my stop loss was just below these lows and it kept pushing up, and my higher time frame targets were the London Open highs, and that's exactly where price sits at now. I closed half at around 2.5 R and then opened an add-on to the same trade with the stop loss below here, and the one stop loss from the first position traced already below here where the stop loss from the add-on is, so I was in profit still if I got stopped out on both positions and run to target. If you want to check the trades and how I took them, I've recorded the whole session on YouTube so you can check my entries and my logic on each entry, and hopefully you'll learn something.